Yeah, you know, just playing through this game off stream, it kind of this. I feel like this game is way more like sort of Metroidvania than sort of how the rest of the Souls games kind of are. And that's probably not a hot take or like a out there opinion. Because I know the original sort of Dark Souls got compared to Zelda a lot. Because it is a lot like Zelda. And it kind of has a bit of that Zelda structure. At least Dark Souls 1 and 2, I think. Where it's like, go to these places, do X task, or collect X item. And then you get the next chunk of areas. And it kind of does progress like a Zelda game. But this one, it just feels more Metroid-like. I wanted to do that. And I'm not saying that as like a bad thing, because I like Metroid. And, you know, I'm definitely better at those style of games now than when I was a kid. See Metroid Prime playthrough on the channel. Very first time playing through that game. Despite having played the original and getting stuck at the start, because from what I can tell, either I did not know you could jump, or I can't even tell. Like, it's so weird how I just did not progress past that first area where, like, either I didn't know you had to go back and use Morph Ball somewhere, but I don't even think I got Morph Ball. Or I maybe did, but see, I don't know. I was just bad at games. And I would say most people are probably bad at games until they beat Dark Souls. But then once you beat Dark Souls, every game stops being a toy and just becomes a product that you realize is made to be beaten by another human being. You know, the magic of where these games come from, like, disappears. Because it just demands that you learn how to play it. And use the tools the game gives you. It's like, okay, guys, we're giving you this. You know, put the pieces together. And it's like, oh, if I use this item against that boss, then he's out way easier. And then you start to see that in every game. Forever. And you can't unsee it. And you're always looking for it. You're like, okay, well, what do the developers want me to do against this guy? Oh, he made a comment about how he doesn't like fire. Oh, he must be weak to fire things. Where it's a little bit more obvious in other games. From Software's, they're a little bit more contextual. Like, oh, you maybe found this item in that area, so maybe give it a try. And they're usually limited. So it's not like you have unlimited tries with it. That's when gaming dies. When you beat Dark Souls. Even if you beat it with full Havel's armor. Oh, that was a grab. I thought it was a big punch. Not cool. I was hoping for iframes, but didn't quite get it. You know, I wish I could go back. You know, and experience games back when you know, you're just playing it to play it. I think Monster Hunter is still pretty good. Because a lot of Monster Hunter isn't like, ooh, what's the trick? There are some monsters with like tricks. But it's usually more like a general sort of sense. You still kind of have to learn. Just like the fights. And just do it. But then there's like yeah, Monster Hunter, it's kind of unique in that way. Because everything's so generalized, it's just a, you know, get good at the game itself rather than like, what did the developers want you to figure out? It's just like figure out, with the game itself, figure out how you're supposed to do the encounter. And what can you do to maybe make it a little bit easier and a little bit harder. And I kind of hope with the next Monster Hunter, they bring back a lot of the... just the little aspects that they've kind of streamlined that have like helped bring it more to like a casual level and just lowered the bar for entry. But since World and Rise, like, I've grown to miss these things. And it's weird. It's just a feel thing. Because I don't think anyone's going to complain about, like, you know, not needing hot drinks to go into the cold areas, or needing cold drinks to go into the hot areas, so your character, like, you know, isn't losing health or, you know, at a stamina deficiency. Because the games, like, would give them to you at the start anyway. So I can see why it's just like, well, we just gave it to him regardless. Let's just not need it. But it's sort of... And you could argue that that doesn't need to come back. But sort of the hunting aspect needs to come back. In World, it was kind of there, but it was a little annoying. And in Rise, they just show you. It's just like, just go here. They're here. And, like, you can just use any weapon, and, like, the mobility is just crazy. You can just fight everything the same way. You don't need, like, to bring this element, or, you know, oh, well, how am I going to figure what this guy's weak to? Or how do I know? You know, when you look at the armor set, you know, it doesn't matter. And I think they need to bring back that kind of mattering. Because, like, it kind of got boring. You know, bringing your sleep stuff, and then bringing the bombs, and then just doing the sleep, and then doing the bombs, and then doing the sleeps, and then doing the bombs. And then in World Iceborne, when they implemented the Clutch Claw, and it was just like, okay, just ram him into the wall, ram him into the wall, ram into the wall again. Like, it was getting pretty boring just having these generic ways to fight everything. So we need a bit more pre-game, like, prep, I think. And I would totally be okay if the game Just so like, okay, we're gonna hunt this thing next. This is your next big target. And the game just said like, look, here's what he's weak to. And here, you know, what you can use to, you know, get better armor, get better weapons, and just like offer the player the ability to know what they can do. I know we can't go kind of into this building. We can, but there's immortal enemies in there. I don't have any healing. So it's not thrilling me. No, I'm not going to grab that. I want an indicator that I haven't gone in there yet. I know there's a big guy in there. I realized I could use the homeward bone. And I didn't. I think it was what? Lies of P? I could have used like the stopwatch like every time I needed to go back to the, I'm just gonna say bonfire. Stargazer, that's what they're called in that game. And I just never did it. I would always make the run back. Okay, we can up our health as well. Let's take a look at acquire skills, because we're not too good. I think we want these. We do have 3. 4 would be nice for this, for more healing. But we're still going to be in semi-easy areas, I think. And I think getting these is pretty useful. One more thing I also looked up, I mentioned in Dragon's Crown, was, you know, I wonder if the creator did any interviews or talked about influence or anything about the series. So I looked up Dungeon Meshi in Dragon's Crown, and the top 2 results, one is a Reddit thread from like 4 months ago. It's like, hey, if you guys like this series, obviously it was a manga at the time, and I think it was announced to have an anime. It's like, check out Dragon's Crown, and I'm like, okay, well, this guy gets it. And then the second search thing was my upload that just went up. That's pretty good. Number 2 on Google. But I didn't see anything about like interviews or anything. So maybe the creator just doesn't do interviews or whatever. And I don't want to say like I find it hard that it's a coincidence. It could totally be. And I mean, it could just be like a general aspect of Dungeons and Dragons that I'm not familiar with because I've never played it. Or am even in the vicinity of people who play it. So, you know, like camping and eating could be like a big part of it. Screwed up. But the two just like strike a parallel in my mind, because I guess that's the closest I've ever come to like encountering actual Dungeons and Dragons, just through things that are maybe heavily inspired by it. And by maybe I mean probably definitely. This is the guy that that got me to get the game. Not like get the game physically, but I mean like, oh, okay, I understand. Because obviously, you know, he's just swinging at us. So how are we going to beat this guy? We have no opportunity to attack. And then I'm like, oh, I don't have to attack to win. Okay, he got up way too fast. There we go. He's pretty easy. You would think I would get that on the guy in the castle who does the 2 slashes real fast. No, it was that guy. That was when it finally, like, I got it. I'm like, oh, this is the game. So shoutouts to that guy for forcing you to play Sekiro. Yeah, I don't think that upload will do well. It's almost 2 hours. I think if I maybe did like an edited video of Dragon's Crown. I think if I knew Dungeon Meshi and I wasn't just experiencing it for the first time, I could maybe make a pretty good upload. But I'm just gonna be watching it as it comes out. I'm not, you know, if this was like 10 years ago and I'm like, oh man, episode 1 was so good, I need more of this, I would be looking up scanlations and going all over the place to read it. And I guess technically I'd be able to read all of it. I think it ended last year. Or is on hiatus. I don't know. I didn't look into it. But I remember I did that for Attack on Titan. That was the last series where I was like watching anime consistently. I saw episode 1 and I'm like, I need more of this. And then immediately just started reading it after episode 1. I did not know this guy was going to be here. But if that was still me, I would do it for Dungeon Meshi. And I mentioned, oh, I hope Dragon's Crown gets like a big boost from this game. I don't think it'll get a big boost. I think if anything, it's gonna up Dungeons and Dragons playing. People playing Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know what I was trying to say there. I was trying to say like play rate. I don't know. That and like Baldur's Gate. It's kind of, you know, it seems like that's the era we're in. And I wanted to mention the music. Oh my gosh, the music. I need to look up the composer for the anime, because I don't know. There's only one series that sounds like Dungeon Meshi, and it's Crystal Chronicles. And I don't know the instrument. I can only describe it as the court jester's kazoo. And if you played Crystal Chronicles, you probably know the sound I'm talking about. But like it has that like instrument in it, and I'm like, this is taking me back, man. And I wish, Ika, I know you're here. I wish the Crystal Chronicles remaster was like actually good, but they made it so annoying to play online with friends. It was actually, it wasn't bad, but man, like playing the same levels over and over again, you could not like play through the whole game with a group of friends without it being nightmarish. It definitely feels like a remaster with like playing as an individual as the main focus. You know what? We might get to the monkey. This is where I think we really have to get good at the anti-air death blow. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can't use it on these guys? I'm not seeing the prompt. Maybe I just thought they were difficult because I had yet to learn the flow of combat. 'Cause like I said earlier, I've learned when your turn is up and how much you can attack. That's weird that they kind of noticed me. He's one of those. That's a lot of money. I don't think there's a bonfire. There might be. No, I think this is just a cave to another area. Okay, it's not. Let's not. I'm just gonna take that. Oh, it's in here. Oh, what was our... Oh, we just have one. Yeah, it needed like a drop in, drop out system, or like number one, have shared progression, or number two, I guess. or 3, and this is like the ideal sort of world where we could just have nice things, is it has like maybe like a cloud save file where you can like, you have to be online, and like you can have like an online like town that everyone can kind of join, maybe with like a password or something, and like just have shared progression that way. Or I don't know how you do it. Obviously I'm having trouble thinking about how to do it, and Square Enix was putting the time and the money into it, and they're like, look, you can just play online.
One of the panels is empty.
Just beat the game already. It just seemed like maybe too difficult. And I think if maybe everyone had, you know, beaten the game or had everything unlocked, I think maybe playing with friends would have been a little bit better. But it seemed really like, hey, just play by yourself and with random people. And do your own progress. That the green one I know how to get. We're getting the green one right now. I think the purple one is the most difficult. You definitely just straight up have to sneak up on them. You have to spot them. I think what I can do, I'm gonna try. What the heck? I don't think I've ever seen that happen. I'm going to... Obviously, he's above us right now. Going to climb up. We're just gonna hit him with one of these. That was not 100% flawless because I forgot the instant kill monkeys spawn. Oh, that's the one that follows you. I forget the clue about that one, but I think you're maybe just like at some point you're supposed to notice that there's like footprints behind you. And he just he just follows you the whole time on the map. Which is kind of funny. This last one. Oh, he's right there. Wow, that was actually very fast. But I think it's because I did this off stream, and I kind of figured out the tactic for the purple one, who I had a mega problem with getting. Everyone else was easy. The green one was easy. I don't remember the red one kind of just being out there. The one that follows you, I guess the naked one, according to the picture. That one I remembered. That was like the one thing I remembered specifically about this area from my first playthrough. And yeah. And the thing is, this gives you the remembrance, so you get an attack up from that fight. And that's basically a nothing fight, except you can get insta-killed. But like, that's it, man. And you know what game we need? I'm going to bring this up every time I talk about, you know what game we need? We need Gauntlet Dark Legacy back.
Why did you get it yet?
I do.
If you are prepared,
I don't own it. I rented it multiple times.
you may gaze upon the blade.
A couple times with one of my cousins, and we just played it all the time. And then a couple times with some friends here. Because I remember I was over at my cousin's and we were looking to rent a game, and there didn't seem to be anything out. So I think we just picked it up on a whim because it looked kind of fun, or like we vaguely remembered playing it at like an arcade, but like never getting far. And it was so fun to play.
How are you? Your eye. I see. You carry the curse.
And there's never been like an arcadey kind of.
The mortal blade.
I wouldn't even say it's like Diablo Light. It's kind of just like its own thing. It's just Gauntlet.
Its power.
Even the new Gauntlet, which is now like not new, it like came out 2015.
I see.
Yes,
What?
I would accept.
I have with the
It didn't. But I mean, it played like Gauntlet, but it didn't play like Gauntlet Dark Legacy
I have leaves.
What?
or have the aesthetic. It was more like a return to formula Gauntlet.
This is
There you rise. Is it take?
And then they did some updates, and I don't even know how the game plays anymore. I don't think it has good reviews on Steam. I think it got put on blast a little bit. Oh yeah, this is back into the little temple we were in. And now we can deal with these guys. Except they have a command grab. We're not good at this game. Remember when I said I played this off stream to try and get good? I can't. I can't with 2. I just can't. And I would rather not die. Because we kind of need... Okay, that's just a command grab. Like, you just can't jump. I thought like maybe it was like a swipe. You just can't. We're not really approaching the next kind of good farm area. I mean for like skill points. Kind of a ways off. Yeah, these guys just don't take turns. They're just hogging. They're just hogging. Why am I dead and why can I not use my res? We killed a guy. Did we not get it back? Why was that so difficult? I just lost 1,000 skill points. And actually quite a lot of money. Dude, they don't take turns. They're horrible. But I guess if you deflect them, they just give up. Maybe not. What was that? I'll take that. Oh, I think there's also a item up here. What was I just talking about? I lost my train of thought. I know I was talking about Crystal Chronicles, but there's something else. Oh, Gauntlet. Yeah, I mean, there's just not anything like Gauntlet. And Dark Legacy was just so good. And I was going to bring up... Oh, whoops. Unicorn Overlord. Because I don't know what platform to get it on. I looked it up. Coming out on PlayStation. It's coming out on Switch. It's coming out on Xbox. And I want to just get it on Switch. Because obviously, you know, it being portable and an RPG, I think kind of helps if I ever need to farm. Or if I want to do something like off stream, I can kind of do it wherever. So I'm leaning more towards the Switch right now. The problem that, you know, could arise is, you know, obviously the game is probably mostly 2D assets. So I don't think it will run badly. But that's the problem. Is, you know, we don't really know how this game is going to run on the Switch. Okay, I did have that move. I didn't know if I had it. Probably would have been helpful in a couple fights. So I'm thinking more so PlayStation 5. Oh. I would have saved me the effort of jumping. But I don't really use the PlayStation 5 that much. But I know for a fact it would probably run perfectly and look as good as it can. Because, like, even though it's 2D, I don't know. I mean, is 13 Sentinels on Switch? I think it might be. I don't know how it runs. I might have to look up a comparison. Because I just want the game to run well. I mean, that's not a big ask. But, you know, the Switch 2 rumors are on maximum overdrive right now. Coming from a lot of sources that usually don't report on, you know, the vast majority of people just... I don't want to say calling wolf, but, like, at this point it kind of is. But I think there's good enough intel out there to sort of confirm, yes, it's going to be coming in 2024. And I don't think Nintendo can afford to wait. You know, the Steam Deck kind of popped off. And I think it just proves that the idea is already good. You know, it just needs the hardware. We just need the hardware to be good. Okay, I think that's it here. I don't think there's anything to do past that. Oh, no, there was that one area that I didn't clear. Hopefully I can just not engage with those guys. This guy just wants to block. Okay. Okay. So we'll see. It's coming out in March. Oh, also, I think that Princess Peach game is coming out pretty soon as well. That's one that's on the radar. Even though it'll probably just be an incredibly easy game. But I don't know, maybe not. Don't do this to me. Most of that was accidental. And that's not even to like gloat that it was good. In fact, it was quite bad. So I guess that's it for the new year at least. But I would like to see a little bit more info. And I'm pretty sure Nintendo usually does a direct in February. I think that's there's always rumored Nintendo directs in February. Okay, you just cannot get greedy with these guys. That was it. Thought there would maybe be a little bit more. Because I really think, you know, that Peach game, it looked so good. Just graphically. That I was just so confident in saying that it would be a Switch 2 launch title. But like, we're already in January. I don't think there's enough time to really just shadow drop the Switch 2 release date for like February, March. I mean, maybe March. They could just do the same thing again as the Switch 1. Because this year doesn't seem like it's going to have too many games. At least, you know, at first glance. Like, the Game Awards was all 2025 stuff. And, like, what are we waiting for this year? Elden Ring DLC? And that's it. Okay. So I know we can do that. Now where are we going? I said I wasn't going to get lost. Now I'm semi-thinking, where are we going again? Because I know we have to go... Okay. So I know that's where the stone is. So we're still kind of in this area. Okay. I know. No, we're still here. Ashna Castle. What's our money looking like? I think we can afford to upgrade some of our tools.
You need. I brought some.
Not this.
Did you
I trained the
buy us?
No, we were. There was that wicked, and
Huh?
it was would fit style.
No, I did not pick up anything, I don't think. Oh, it actually just straight up caps at 99. It does not give you any more. I guess that's fair. What goes here? It's not this.
Another
Oh, I know, and I wanted to complete a quest. So let's Hear the dragon rot. We do have to go right back here real quick. Actually, there's a couple things we could still do here. Because we do have the puppet ninjutsu now. We want to not give him the white one. Red and white.
Yeah. There's a pet. You should. All right. You should. The pet. All.
First time I've not bad. Thought I'd end with that. Thanks, but now I can appreciate.
Now we can go across. Yeah, and I think we should just do that. If we're gonna go for it. Let's just go over there now. I don't think we have time to really do anything big or crazy. I know you have to use rice and you have to collect rice, and then you have to do a certain amount of stuff before you progress the story to a certain point. And then I think okay. There was another platform up there I was hoping to maybe go up to, but no, whatever.
Well, did you that I who's business? Have all the so and I guess I did. Well, oh, you pass you watch.
Also, I was looking into animation again. I know I mentioned this the other day. Oh. The snake is not here yet. We're slightly early. And I forgot that Clip Studio does not allow you to do transparent GIFs. But apparently they do now. So I didn't update my Clip Studio in a while. I do have version 2. but I haven't upgraded it past basically just version 2. Can't go back up. I saw that platform. Oh, not available, thanks. But it does appear that now they do have the option. In 2.1, I think it was implemented, you can do the transparent GIFs. Because it seems insane that you couldn't do that before. And I'm not looking to reinstall any of my old Adobe products. Just... Oh, I forgot we rested there. Whoops. So I guess we're not going to do much until maybe tomorrow. If I don't give myself a big headache. Oh yeah, I just need to update clip. And we can think about animating. Specifically for like animated emotes on Twitch, because I have not made any of those. And I'm thinking about it. Been getting a little bit inspired. The last One Piece opening. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And even though I was mostly focusing on fundamentals, you know, when I was doing art studies, which I still am, I was doing a bit of animation. And I think I have a better feel for stuff like in-betweens and keyframing. Which was always sort of like, because I never went to animation school. I tried. But would it shock you if I said I was not good enough? Probably not. Okay. I think there was just nothing here. It was just a trick. But yeah, I've never really practiced it or done much past, you know, draw a picture and then draw next picture. Oh, okay, so it doesn't even let you jump down there. It's just practicing timings and all that, and I kind of get it. I kind of get it. And I'm not saying I'm going to do anything crazy for Twitch emotes, because they're so tiny. But I do want to hand draw them. I don't want to do the put them in live 2D and do it that way. No way. I've seen that, and I don't even want to bother. It just looks like a nightmare.
Good. It's not here.
I don't know if we need to buy any of this. I know, I just wanted to get him to the next part of his quest, because I'm pretty sure the item is way more valuable than completing his quest. Where you just get a little bit extra on the true ending. But it's not necessary. Yeah, we have to go to the castle, and I know there's a secret pit we have to jump down. Also, did I do any of the... There's a bit of stuff you can do here, and I can't remember if I did that. Can't remember. I'm gonna look. Because I know there's a boss over here. Or not a boss, but like, you know, a stronger enemy. Actually, I think we're at the point where I could have triggered that snake to be there. I just didn't travel far enough. And yeah, I'm hopefully looking to do a more completed art piece around the end of the month, hopefully. I kind of just need to get a bit of a feel again. I know I was in this area, so I might have beaten them. I didn't realize that didn't kill him. Get ready to be dead. Okay. I didn't think that was his attack coming from all the way over there. Oh, he is still up there. I did leave him. I got the spear, but I left the guy. So we'll end on this guy. Hopefully we can one and done him. I don't think he's too tough. As I immediately almost get two shot. He's just got those two moves, apparently. On a huge delay. Okay, I meant to do it. Bit of a rough start, but we got him. Did not have that many moves. They were just kind of slow. Is that item there? Like, at the start of the game? Probably is. Not, no. I'm gonna get it. I think. I hope. I know. Actually, you probably can't get that, because we needed the grapple. But I'm probably gonna call stream there.